There's two problems here that need to be corrected. One, that noise is because the flapper has gotten bad and it leaks. And two, the fill valve has gotten to the point where it is worn and working when it shouldn't be working. The other problem we have here that I'm going to correct is the water line. They have an old plastic water line on the fill valve here from the cold water into the tank. And because those things tend to crack, I've purchased this new flexible stainless steel clad water fill that will give the customer some assurance that it's not going to break and leak. These are also good because they have compression fittings in here, and with our very calcified water here on the west coast of Florida, we build up a lot of calcium. And with these rubber compression fittings, the calcium doesn't get a chance to fill up. All starts by having to turn the water off first, and we do that with our valve right here. We reach down here and make sure it's turned off firmly and securely. The next thing we need to do is to flush the toilet and get the water out of the tank. All right. Okay, now we're going to just stop right here because we don't need to get any more out, because we're going to get the rest of it out by doing this other thing down here. Now this is the fill valve flapper kit with the flapper and the new fill valve, and this is going to be installed. But to do that, we have to get the rest of the water out of the tank, and usually we take a small basin like this and insert it underneath where the water connector is. Now the next thing we'll have to do is unhook this old water connector and then unscrew the fill valve. And we do that by using our pliers. I like these vice grips here, or these channel locks, because they're adjustable. But we loosen first the bottom nut and get that off the toilet, or off the main water supply. And then when we're done with this, we'll loosen the top one. And then this will be then ready to take the fill valve out. Once they're loose, you can usually get them off finger tight. And then we'll take the top one off. And this is our old water line that we've just taken out. You notice it's just straight plastic, and as I talked about, with the rubber tips in there, it'll go in and make that more secure. Next, we loosen the valve, the nut on the fill valve, and that's generally finger tight, and as you can see, we're starting to come off with it. Now I'm pushing down on the top so none of our water escapes until I'm ready to lift it. Now, as you watch, the rest of the water will come out of the tank and go into our tub rather than all over the floor. All right. Now this is what that fill valve looks like, and you'll notice with these notches it's set at a certain height. And what we'll do is make sure when we take the new fill valve out, we'll set it at the same height. The next thing we want to do is remove the flapper inside the toilet. Well, the flapper is what keeps the water from going, or when you flush, makes the water go down and flush the toilet. But these get corroded, and these older type that are kind of a stiff rubber tend to want to leak more, and they get this kind of rough, ragged calcium on there, and it makes them leak. So we'll take that out now, and again we'll note at what length the chain is, so when we put the new one in, the chain will be in the same position. Now I like what the big box guys are doing now. They're sealing these cartons so that you don't have to keep opening them up, wondering if somebody has taken some of the parts out of them. And that I like. This is something that's newer, been done recently to help avoid pilferage at the store. And there's our new valve, fill valve. There's our new flapper. And as you can see, they aren't set at the same length. Now what we'll do is loosen this safety valve and give it a pull. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we reset this like that.